let us all know as we start our first match.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway with the first match for UWA Emergence Chapter 1. My name is Trinity. Joining me tonight is Sean McGillis.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
The action here is electric right now. We have Mack, Vertigo, and the God of Drivers, Everett Cross, offering, if I'm not mistaken, a left-handed handshake.
Oh, you never trust a left-handed handshake, Scott. I tell you what. I don't know about this. This seems a little fishy, but Matt Vertigo is a man of sportsmanship and cost. Wow, that could have been. Holy cow. Well, I feel like we're going to have to commentate this match from a different angle now because, I mean, that's quite an equalizer. Falcon punch right in the beginning of the match from Everett Cross.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Goodness, bicycle kick.
I think I might have spoke too soon. Both of these men with huge moves right out the gate here.
Huge offense just starting Chapter 1 here today.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, this is actually a particular match that we have here in UWA Elite because these two men also competed on the first ever UWA Elite show.
Really?
And, as a matter of fact, as we see a beautiful move there
Inside out Regalplex there from Everett Cross.
As a matter of fact, Matt Vertigo was in the first match of UWA Elite history, and now he's in the first match of Emergence history, although not doing as well as I assume he would hope.
No, definitely not. He has to be careful. Everett Cross is not the type of person that you want to let cool, rest on his laurels.
Absolutely not.
He can attack from anywhere.
Oh, beautiful.
Leg sweep right onto the apron. Now both of these men are outside.
I'll tell you what, you know, Everett Cross may be the god of drivers, but Matt Vertigo more recently has come under the moniker the King of Strikes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Matt Vertigo.
Those strikes can definitely take a toll on someone. As we saw right there, and leaping European to the back of the head.
Matt Vertigo has really taken the UWA Elite by storm this year, by far and away a front runner for most improved wrestler.
Absolutely. Iric, chop, and a DDT to end it off. Everett Cross, very confident that he has this one. Rolls back and the cover. 1, 2.
Nefarious tactics there by Everett Cross. I can't say that I approve of it, but I have to say that I understand. You're out there to win a match. You're not out there to have playtime.
You're there to take control, and that's exactly what Cross has seemed to have done. Cross trying to get some offense in against Vertigo. It's definitely succeeding. Vertigo trying to get the crowd on his side. Big knee to the lower back there.
And you got to like this strategy here of Everett Cross staying on top of Matt Vertigo. I've happened to be in the ring with both of those men before, and I can tell you that one thing you want to do is ground Matt Vertigo. You want to take his legs, his speed out from underneath him, because that what separates him from a lot of other guys is he can move in there. And when you keep him on the ground and you keep him stabilized, it's going to be very hard for him to manage anything offensively.
Absolutely, and Cross is here. Not necessarily the biggest performer on the planet, however, he strikes like it's nobody's business. He wrestles like he is a heavyweight.
He is a bulldog in that ring, I tell you what. He may not be 300 pounds, but he wrestles like he is.
Exactly.
Oh wow, look at this. Looks like he's going for a DD. Oh, here we go.
Inside elbow from Matt Vertigo.
Matt Vertigo coming alive with that elbow. That could be the
kick out with authority by Everett Cross. Everett Cross is not here at Emergence to lose.
Now, once again, I can't say I approve of this by Matt Vertigo here. He needs to be on Everett Cross. Everett Cross has proven to be tenacious throughout this match. It's no time right now to dilly-dally in there, and I've been known to dilly-dally in there.
Absolutely.
Now, the waist lock, sideways, looks like he's going for some sort of submission of some kind. Nothing home there.
Cross fights out of it, fights him into the corner.
Like I said,
peeling apart the face of Matt Vertigo.
Everett Cross is absolutely a bulldog in there. He's trying to do everything he can to get a victory, regardless of whether the tactics are underhanded or not, Scott.
Vertigo reeling, pulled by his hair. Fights out.
There we go. You know, the fighting spirit of a Matt Vertigo.
Come the strikes.
And now looking like he's locking him in for a suplex here.
Cross says no.
Battling back here. This is a battle between these two men. And now, here we go. We got him underhook. Rolling through there. Matt Vertigo showing some of that agility that I've been talking about. Oh, and you caught up. And you got to be worried about that. His head may have hit that steel beam out there. You never know. That's an instant kick.
Oh! The sun from Everett crossed. The high knee into the stunner.
Big time stunner variation there, and you got to think this could be it for Vertigo. Huge win! I was about to say, huge win for Everett Cross if he could get it.
Both men still in this match.
Everett Cross having some words with our referee, Vinny V there. Maybe not approving, and now once again going back to those less than fair tactics.
With someone like Everett Cross in that ring, the best you can hope for is having control, and it looks like referee has that control right now. Vinny B keeping it locked down, keeping Cross off the eyes, off the big spine buster.
Big time spine buster there. And as a wrestler, you like a referee to be a little, not so much as strict. You like him to give a little room for things here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. This referee knows what he's in there with. He knows what's going to happen. And it looks like Everett Cross is calling for one of his patented pile drivers.
The many, many pile drivers. The man is the god of the pile driver.
Sets him up as a hook.
Looks like a standard pile driver here. No one home. Matt Vertigo working his way out of it.
Went for a Texas-style pile driver headbutt from Vertigo.
Wow, very quick headbutt there. Very unorthodox style.
And Cross answers with one of his own. Both men reeling. And there's the other headbutt. And now...
Looked like he was leaning in for another headbutt, but a smack coming to the face by Everett Cross. A few days.
Both men down.
I'll tell you what, both these men have been really pummeling each other with strike after strike, shot after shot.
These two men know each other so well.
And you got to think, whoever can gain the momentum here is certainly going to dictate the pace of the rest of the match.
Absolutely. This is still anybody's match. This is not something that's going to be decided in another quick 3 seconds. There is still a fight to be had here.
Lots of anger here. No love lost between these two gentlemen. Another inside elbow there, and it almost starting to cook. This is what I was talking about earlier, Scott. With that speed, that agility. It's what gives him the edge in there.
Looked like a backdrop suplex dropped into a backstabber, a lung blower, whatever you want to call it. It ain't pretty for the other person.
Very unorthodox, innovative maneuver there by Matt Vertigo. And that's what the type of stuff you're going to get here on UWA Emergence. You're going to get that unorthodox style, that type of stuff.
Definite.
Vertigo time to fly.
Up top. Diving lariat.
Wow.
And into the cover one.
And the king of strikes here. Oh, wow.
2 3/4 right there for Matt Vertigo. Cross is still in this match.
With Vertigo, you never know. Vertigo can finish you a litany of different ways. That's the type of move you would think they could possibly do it for Vertigo. Just a millisecond away there. And he's starting to feel it. He's starting to cook with the crowd.
Absolutely. This crowd firmly behind Matt Vertigo here tonight. No love for the god of
looks like he's going for the Vertigo bye-bye. Oh, no one home there. Oh, why not?
Cross with an ace crusher.
A cutter of his own there. We've seen Vertigo utilize a zipline cutter of recent weeks to finish off his opponents, and well scouted by Everett Cross.
Cross decided I have one of those of my own. Looks like he's setting up again. Just a classic pile driver.
I tell you, any pile driver he hits can do it. And swimming in ropes. Tell you what,
very smart by Matt Vertigo. Why waste the energy trying to kick out? Your fingertips away from the rope, grab that rope if you have the chance.
You got to think about ring presence in there.
Absolutely.
You know? Sometimes you get lost in doing a maneuver and hitting a big move and you get excited about it and you forget where you are in the ring. It's happened to me, it's happened to all of us. But it could very well cost Everett Cross here.
Absolutely. Cross measuring for something now. Not sure what. And a strike and a chop. Vertigo. Oh
wow.
Right across the face.
Oh my God! No one home for the Falcon Press. Oh! That's a dizzy punch there. And Vertigo bye-bye. He nailed it.
Vertigo might have this.
He's been finishing with that. That could do it here. He just got to roll him over.
1, 2, 3.
And that will do it.
The winner of the match, Matt Vertigo!
tell you the last time I saw Thomas Gunz Kobryn in a ring, but it's very nice to see him there.
Well, let's see how this is going to start.
I didn't quite catch all that.
They're having a little back and forth. Some ducked.
Oh, I tell you, I wish I had heard that. Oh, he said he was in Sister Act.
That's only making Nate Carter angry. And angry Nate Carter is not someone you want to stand across from.
Thomas Kobryn just called him T-Pig. He called him T-Pig. I tell you, Tom's barking up the wrong tree here, but once again, Tom with the right hands, showing he has no fear getting in the ring with Nate Carter.
Able to get those strikes in, and that's going to be important.
Now the fans are chanting Whoopi Goldberg.
So I think it's safe to assume that the fans are definitely firmly behind Power Gunz. David McCall in the ring now.
You gotta think McCall's looking out for his partner there. Not gonna allow the fans to get under his skin and allow his opponent to get the better of him. But once again, I gotta give it to the Power Gunz here. They are on top of their game. Numerous drop kick after drop kick here. This Power, wow!
Up kick into the corner, into the low turnbuckle. Nate Carter getting in.
Oh, but Nate
Carter's
Carter's
coming
coming
up.
up.
Oh! No!
I tell you what, the Power Gunz are embarrassing the Dub Boys right now.
Absolutely. Doesn't have to be that instant. Double flapjack.
Double flapjack elbow is sent on beautifully executed there. Oh, McCall's had enough here. Oh.
That's a punch it looked like. Aiming for the right. Knee there.
Oh! Scissors kick. Oh, making his presence felt.
Was not enough to win Power Gunz here tonight. It was definitely enough to make a statement.
Oh, yeah, everything was happy-go-lucky for the Power Gunz, and then one scissors kick by McCall, and that's that.
The entire atmosphere of this match has changed. Pushes him out, Carter picks him up.
Oh, wow.
Black attack right there.
Yeah, you gotta like that. The tag team accountability of these two men.
Absolutely, they have everything exactly the way they need it right now. And kick to the back. Nate Carter definitely not taking the Power Gunz as seriously as they'd like to be taken, which could end up being a big mistake. Oh, big headbutt.
Now it looks like all the fooling around Tommy Gunz did earlier in the match was a mistake. Now he has a very angry Nate Carter to deal with, and you can't stand stuff like that. As a wrestler, I can't stand stuff like that. I'll tell you what. I try to be impartial up here, Scott, but that kind of stuff is just, you break the ice, that's one thing. Maybe you hold on up until that 5 count, that's another. But spitting in another man's face, I don't know about that.
No call.
Come on now.
And while our referee S.P. Anderson was drilling the Powers, the boys were able to use their tag team finesse, let's say, to get some work done on Mr. Gunz here.
Now, once again, I said in the beginning of the match, and I'll say it again, you have to give the advantage to the Dub Boys, regardless of whether I want to root for the UWA guys or not. The team of Power Gunz has not wrestled together in almost a year.
Absolutely. Big deal.
And, chemistry is a big part, as we see 2 count there grabbing the ropes. Tommy Gunz in big trouble here grabbing the ropes. But accountability in a tag team is big, and the fact that you're out there each week wrestling with one another, that matters. Chemistry is a big deal in tag team wrestling, and it's obvious that the Dub Boys have it.
Absolutely. These men were ready for this challenge. Oh, big shot to the midsection there, pulling him up out of his chair. See him win. Head to the turnbuckle right there.
They're just playing with Thomas at this point. They're just picking his bones. I tell you, I believe he just dreadlock whipped him.
I believe he whipped his hair. Back and forth indeed.
Now, oh boy. I tell you what, Nate Carter coming like a freight train. Tommy Gunz getting that shoulder off Thomas Gunz. I apologize. Caught him though. This could mean trouble for the team of the Power Gunz here. Nate Carter displaying his obvious strength.
Fallaway slam.
Tabletop suplex in other terminology.
Absolutely.
Oh, and now the fans are really. In my experience, you got to be able to tune this stuff out. You can't allow the fans to get up into your head like this.
Absolutely, but again, you have to realize this is a new type of crowd for the Dub Boys. And to the leg.
I mean, Thomas Gunz Kobryn is just throwing punches for the sake of throwing.
Right to the lower back.
Nate Carter did not appreciate those leaflet shots to his thigh.
Carter's calling for it to be over.
Nate Carter hosting him up. It's going to be a power slam variation of some sort here. You know, Kobryn. Well done. Thomas Gunz Kobryn with a knee.
Right to the side.
Kobryn alive here, right when you need him to.
Both legal men currently down in the middle of the ring. The referee has begun his count. Both of these men need to make tags.
Thomas Kobryn's in a bad way. He's really far away. Nate Carter is almost right there. Nate Carter gets the tag call.
And there's the tag to Powers. And here we go.
Powers coming in with a ball of fire. Oh, and a big chop. And another double-handed chop here.
Utilizing both hands here.
Going to town on both of these men, Carter and McCall. Oh, and
very smart by Powers, rolling out of the way. Dub Boys taking each other out of action here for the time being.
Oh,
standing moonsault on both men.
Chris Powers is one of the most intelligent men I've ever had the fortune of working with in the ring. I tell you what, he knows what's going on in there. He knows how to handle situations. Very intelligent wrestler.
Absolutely. Made the smart move to cover both men.
Now look at this little tag team action. We haven't seen this in almost a year. And now a submission variation, I believe here. Oh,
McCall cutting down Powers. Nate Carter cutting down Powers.
Nate Carter taking advantage here. You got it. Now, referee disconnected. Nate Carter in the ring.
Big clothesline right there. McCall making his way back to his feet. Carter not having any of it.
Now, look at this. Both men in the ring. Jesse Anderson trying to figure out what's going on in there. I don't think he has a grip on the situation. Oh, there's a flim flam. That's a flim flam there. That's going to do it. That will do it right there.
The winners of the match, Nate Carter and Nate McCall, the Dub Boys.
The very move they utilized at UWA Elite versus the World to win over Swag Me. The Dub Boys with a very impressive showing. Regardless of their tactics, you have to be impressed by these two gentlemen. Absolutely. And that's hard for me to say. I don't like saying things like that about guys who are clearly doing dirty, rotten things to win matches. But once again,
men are so talented. So talented.
and I guess it's back to the drawing board for the Power. I don't believe it. I had to come back. I had already cut our feed and everything, and Chris Powers. I don't believe this. Oh. I don't believe this.
The referee's trying to get Powers out of the ring.
Powers not good.
Powers asking for a mic. Oh boy.
These guys have been friends for a long time. I'm really intrigued to hear what he has to say.
I am sick of taking all the bumps and bruises and getting none of the glory for it.
No one likes you!
I'm the guy in the background doing all the dangerous stuff on every movie we're on, and this guy gets the big contracts, and this guy gets all the glory. Well, not anymore. This time, I'm taking all the glory.
Been in competition in almost a year. They finally get the shot back, and they handedly. And sometimes it gets to a point for members of tag teams, especially where one man feels like he's better than the other, and that's all it takes. And it's a darn shame. I consider Chris Howard a good man. That's a very disheartening here on Chapter 1, UWA.
Underway.
Yeah. I tell you, just like that, Logan Black not even giving Cronin a chance here, and that's that veteran savvy there.
Absolutely, Logan Black knows exactly what he's doing when he steps between those ropes. He's got Cronin really already.
And you'd be hard pressed to say you're not impressed with what Cronin has done in the UWA Elite this year thus far. He's gone out there and gone toe-to-toe with a lot of big names here, and has held his own and even won a few matches here and there. And this is his first year. He's a very young man, and unfortunately that's being shown in the ring right now with Logan Black, who is completely going to task him.
Logan Black picking the bones clean, for lack of a better term. He knows exactly what he's doing, and like a vulture, he's going after exactly what he needs to survive. Shots to the midsection. Cronin trying to fire up.
I tell you, the heart of Cronin is the man who claims he's from the underworld. Showing a little bit of grit.
Real quick, though.
Yes, shut down real quick regardless of the grit. He's once again showing that grit that young men in this industry need.
And a big kick to the side of the head from Logan Black.
Logan Black, nobody to be taken lightly in there. I've never had the privilege of being in the ring with the Logan Black, but I've watched a few of his matches, and I can tell you, he looks like a dude not to be messed with.
He is definitely a dude not to be messed with. It's hard to slow
Vertical, picturesque suplex right there.
And still just a 2 count. Cronin, heart of a warrior here tonight. Still fighting, still giving everything he can.
You know, you gotta think, Logan Black working at such a pace and such a strategy, you gotta wonder, is he touching himself out a little bit here?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a worry you need.
It's something it's hard to think about when you're in that ring. You want to go as hard and as fast as you can, but you have to remember there's only so much you can give until. And Cronin has proven that he can take a punishment. He can take a beating here and there.
Absolutely.
Once I tell you, Logan Black, 100% owning every aspect of the match. Cronin
This
really
match
needs to get
has
it going.
been all Logan Black.
Cronin in a world of trouble.
King of Chaos runs in.
Wow, look at that little
Picked up. Sunset flip. One,
huge.
two.
You gotta think if Cronin wins this match here, it's gonna be a huge upset.
It will absolutely be a huge upset, and it might cement Cronin as one of the names to look out for, and a ring of the eyes by Logan Black against those dastardly tactics that you've spoken of before.
Logan Black is dominating this match. I don't understand why he needs to go to these underhanded tactics when he's been running the show. Essentially. It's just a hard strategy for me to
When you have someone who's starting to fire up and you need to keep them at arm's length, you're going to do anything to make sure they stay at arm's length.
That's absolutely true.
And Black doing everything he can to make sure he's got that outstretched arm and Cronin can't come anything.
Leverage is a fundamental aspect of wrestling. Absolutely. I tell you, Logan Black has dominated the leverage of this match. He has dominated the pace, every aspect of this match. Dominated thus far.
And Cronin asking for more as Logan Black lights him up with multiple headbutts.
I tell you, Cronin is a tough man to sleep on. I I've watched him this year. I've watched his growth in the short time that he has been here, and he has certainly grown. Now, Cronin getting in there with a seasoned veteran who knows what he's doing in there is definitely showing a little bit of wow. I spoke too soon, Scott.
That could be the turning point that Cronin needs to get advantage in this match.
But has he been too much? Has he been beaten down too handedly here by Logan Black? And we can see Logan Black almost back to his feet before Cronin, even after that big move there.
With all the heart that Cronin has, there's no counter. Absolutely pushing Logan
Just
Black
shoving the
off
face
him.
away, getting some
And
separation.
here we go. Here come the strikes.
Beautiful. Left hands there.
Surge clothesline. Black tried to answer with one of his own. Head scissors takedown.
Utilize his speed, Cronin. That's what we like to see here. Logan Black has been thrown for a loop here, Scott.
Absolutely. Logan Black now reeling in the corner. Cronin sends him for the ride. Black moving out of the way. Smart of him. Not paying attention. Cronin with a shot. Cronin up over.
Looking for that tornado DDT. Nobody home. Well, this is going to be something that we've already seen a suplex. Once again, getting out of there. Cronin
with a Hurricane Rana right
Excellent
there.
Hurricane Rana. Cronin utilizing his legs here, utilizing his speed, and utilizing his legs for offensive maneuvers. We've seen him do a Hurricane Rana, and we saw him do a head scissors just before.
Absolutely. Cronin knows where his strengths are, the same way Logan Black knows what his strengths are.
Once again, and back to that theme of unorthodoxy, of unconventional, things you're not going to normally see. Oh, wow, that's
right, roaring elbow.
I tell you what, that is a shot. Oh, brainbuster. That's got to do it. I tell you what, wow.
Oh, way. Cronin kicks out.
I tell you, I've been speaking highly of Cronin this whole time, but he's showing me something else right now. To take a roaring elbow with such velocity and then a brainbuster to boot and kick out at two.
I am completely stunned by the heart and determination that Cronin is showing here tonight. Completely stunned. Black looks like he's calling for something.
Logan Black once again just owning most of this
Cronin
match.
says no.
We're going to waist lock here. Reversed into a full Nelson. Under. I tell you,
Whoa! Fisherman's neck breaker right there.
beautifully done.
And there's your winner. What an upset.
I gotta call that an upset. And I tell you, how about that fisherman neck breaker variation? What did he just did?
What an outstanding move. What an outstanding way for Cronin to prove himself. Logan Black walks to the back with a little pain in his head.
He almost looks surprised, like where did that come from?
Absolutely.
And I tell you, with a finishing maneuver like that, there's no telling what Cronin can do. In Emergence, as well as the UWA Elite.
Cronin has definitely shown us he's got the heart and determination he needs to make it here. Let's see where it goes from here.
UWA Elite competitor not booked on this show.
I'm sorry, we're supposed to be seeing triple threat competition right now.
I mean, I tell you what, this is a running theme for Miles Thomas here.
I have no idea what's going on.
Coming out and yelling at our fans and discrediting the UWA Elite. I tell you, Scott, I'm gonna have a hard time just sitting here and putting up with this.
That is the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, make it stop.
This is just obnoxious, Scott. I'm sorry you have to see this.
I have no idea what's happening. Oh, he's Miles Thomas.
I am the emerging star of this year in UWA.
This is not a
UWA Emergence is my show.
This is not representative of the UWA Elite, Scott.
I'm here to make
I mean,
all you little
he says this is his show, but I don't have him on my sheet. I thought I received the master sheet.
My match is not the first match of Finnegan on the Edge. It's the main event of this show, Emergence.
I don't think that's not.
That's not how this works.
2-hour intermission. Make sure you're here to see me win my match.
He's manipulating the truth, Scott. That's what he's doing.
I think I can figure that out.
This man is going to set him straight real quick. This is UWA Elite owner and president, Dave Swan. And I tell you, I think Swan's had just about enough of Miles Thomas and what he has to say.
Dave Swan logging to the ring with a purpose.
This is very uncharacteristic of Dave Swan. He usually does not meddle in wrestling affairs. He tries to stay to the back.
What does he have to say?
Miles, calm down. Listen, later on tonight at 6:30 p.m., it's going to be you one-on-one with UWA Elite Hall of Famer Cypress.
Our fans appreciate and admire Cypress, a UWA Elite Hall of Famer, and a good friend of mine, and a good man. All of those things are true.
And, you know, I was standing in the back, and I had this idea how to make UWA Elite great again.
Oh?
And we're going to... So, what I have decided to do is I was looking around in the back, I was seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, a lot of people that we haven't seen in quite some time, and somebody
It is a big
that
night
both
here.
you and Cypress know very, very well is hanging around backstage. So I just had a little talk with him, and he is going to be the special guest referee for your match.
Wow,
here
look
tonight.
at that. Huge news for tonight's show.
A guest referee for the first match on the card for Living on the Edge.
I wish you best of luck against Cypress tonight at 6:30. Get your tickets if you haven't already. And we will see you all then. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the Emergence.
David Swan laying down the law here, dictating that a special guest referee will be involved in the match between Cypress and Miles Thomas tonight.
That's definitely going to be something to keep an eye out for.
And it's a guy, he said, has past relations with both Cypress and Miles Thomas, so that kind of narrows it down for me. Probably not for you, Scott, but
We need to take the megaphone out of this man's hand.
either way, and now, I tell you what, either way, Miles Thomas in for something tonight. Might be at a disadvantage here.
He could be.
These two men clearly seem to know each other, clearly seem to be working. I mean, I believe I just got Tarasso offer a sip to Tulpa here.
Yeah, Tarasso's been offering a sip to everybody. He's trying to, I guess he's trying to get rid of it so it can't be considered a foreign object.
Absolutely. Now, once again, exciting wrestling here in UWA Emergence.
And here
An
we
exciting
go.
match with new faces. I'm excited. You're excited.
I'm
Let's-
very excited. Three-way dance underway,
Mike
and
Dell.
no sportsmanship from
Mike Dell does not care
for
for handshakes, which I suppose is fair. I tend to be a proponent for sportsmanship, Scott. And oh, look at this high five. Oh, they're trying to. Okay, all right. You gotta love this. Two new gentlemen here in the UWA Elite trying to get their fans behind them.
Test of strength offered by Mike Dell.
Is Mike Dell offering a test of strength versus both men here?
It looks like it.
I tell you what, I mean, that is a very forward-thinking idea here for Dell. I mean, he certainly has a great-looking physique, but oh, they're doing three-way. I'm so silly, Scott.
No, they're not. No, they are not. Now this is a dance. Head first into the turnbuckle.
He just went head first in there.
And Tulpa and Dell squared it off.
I tell you what, fast-paced action here. Wow.
Big back elbow from Mike Dell.
Mike Dell the victor, but boy, what a lot of action we just saw in a very short time there, Scott. These men can move. And look, Mike Dell getting a little too preoccupied with our fans here.
Not focused enough on the opponent. And out from under him. And to the chest as well.
Look like somebody's thinking of a dive here. Tulpa's gonna dive.
Wait, what?
Tarasso's saying he needs to make an impression, so Tarasso wants to take the
Tarasso
dive
wants to
here.
take the dive.
Now, but I mean, Tulpa's
And now Tulpa's saying
Tulpa's
no.
never wrestled here before either. He wants to make an impression, and this sort of stuff might get these two gentlemen in trouble. Maybe not. No, I guess. Looks like they were both going for a side moonsault, but now they want to impress our fans, getting the better of them. Both men fighting each other on the apron here. Going for a kick. Oh, wow!
Assisted. Oh, my goodness!
Wow. Mike Dell taking advantage of the situation.
Mike Dell using his opponents against themselves.
Absolutely, and just going to task on both men, allowing them to get the better of each other. And utilizing their own body parts.
Absolutely. Tulpa looks reeling now as Dell picks him apart piece by piece.
Straps are coming down from Mr. Dell. Wonder what that's.
Choke out with the singlet strap.
That is interesting. Also very illegal.
Highly illegal. And the straps were down, so you know that means increased power in any move you do.
That is accurate. Now he's one strap, but it looks like he's adjusted.
And he goes back up, so now he's back to his regular attack power.
Now, Dell shouldn't get too focused on Tulpa here, because he's got Tarasso outside the ring stirring a bit.
Tarasso currently taking a breather, which is the smartest thing you can do in a situation like this.
He may very well be playing possum and making it seem like he's more injured than he actually is.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So far.
But he's definitely doing the smart thing, staying out of the ring, letting himself recover while the other two men tire themselves out.
Absolutely.
And
Tulpa coming alive here with several quick strikes and a big kick.
Rolls out.
Like kick there, double pump. Splash into the corner. Tulpa cooking here. Looks like maybe setting up for a drop kick. No one home there. Mike Dell. Ooh. Wow, beautiful maneuver there.
Almost a sit-out wheelbarrow facebuster, it looked like. And Tarasso saying no more Mike Dell in this match. Now it's Tulpa and Tarasso in the middle of the ring.
And you got to think Mike Dell will capitalize and take advantage of this respite for as long as he can, as long as he doesn't see those two men utilizing pinfalls.
Absolutely.
Tarasso and Tulpa going back and forth with these forearms right to the face. Both men, nobody giving an inch. Oh, wow. Innovative style of defense there by Tarasso.
Absolutely.
Big time forearm. Wow. You heard that echo throughout the arena here, the church here. Now just stomping away.
Stomps after stomps. I think that's a side effect of too many energy drinks.
That may very well be a side effect of too many energy drinks, because he just stomped him approximately 47 times. Tulpa going for the up and over. Well seen by Tarasso, but Tulpa with the run at I tell you, that was brilliant scouting there.
Beautiful drop kick into the corner. Dell looks like he's making his way back into the ring.
And Tulpa
cut off by Tulpa.
Tulpa ring presence there, noticing Mike Dell trying to get in the ring to break up that pinfall, but now allowing Tarasso just a bit too much time to recover. I tell you, that's the issue with these three-way style matches. You always have to count on that third guy coming in and messing your stuff up.
Absolutely.
Tulpa could have gotten the win right there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Tarasso. I apologize.
Tarasso, yes. Tulpa currently in charge right now.
Utilizing that uppercut there, and once again, Mike Dell unable to get out of the blocks here. In terms of getting back into the ring. It's been all Tulpa and Tarasso.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh no!
And you have to credit the scouting of both of these men. We've seen both of them utilize defensive maneuvers, well-scouted maneuvers against their opponents. Very well done by both these men.
Absolutely.
Tarasso, I tell you.
With a quick kick out.
And as a wrestler, I love seeing stuff like that. It's so, guys want to get over, they want to appeal to the fans. No. You stay right on the guy.
Absolutely.
You utilize a headlock and you stay right on him.
Dell's here, straps are down.
Oh, wow. And now Dell utilizing a headlock of his own.
A double headlock.
Dell showing off that strength. Having the ability to keep two men in a headlock at once. That is a show of strength by all means.
That is a feat for sure. Looks like both of them getting up though.
Both men battling back here.
Tulpa strikes. Tarasso strikes.
Dell working his way into a bit of a enigma, a quagmire, if you will, but not for long as he grabbed both men by their heads. Oh,
Went for double elbows there, wasn't happening.
and the amount of pain that rings through the elbows when you miss an elbow. Imagine hitting your funny bone, but 100 times.
Absolutely.
Now both men just going to task here.
Roaring elbow.
Decimating Mike Dell. Strike after strike.
Low runner right there.
Beautifully executed by Tulpa. And now Tarasso and Tulpa getting back to each other.
Looks like he's got him set up. Looked like he had him set up for... Look at hit him with a knee from the Corey position.
That was a very interesting maneuver. Corey special swung out into a knee strike. Very, very innovative offense we're seeing out of these men.
Absolutely.
I tell
all
you.
three of these men came here to make a name for themselves.
As a wrestler in my own right, it's always great to watch new wrestlers with new innovative strikes as we're seeing from Tulpa right here.
Tulpa.
Oh, wow. Trouble for Tulpa. He's hung up there.
Up and over, and there he goes.
Mike Dell not paying attention, though. Doesn't realize Tarasso's right behind him. Mike Dell slips through. Sets up for... Oh, and...
Ref was distracted there. Low blow. Oh! Viewer discretion advised.
Is that it? I believe that was it.
1, 2, 3.
Viewer discretion advised seals the deal.
He is the Dellster, Mike Dell.
And Mike Dell with some backhanded moves there to take over the win in this one.
Once again, I mean, in this style match, you got to think these three men are trying to stand out and make a name for themselves here in the UWA Elite Emergence. Mike Dell, once again, regardless of his tactics, absolutely did. We saw him put both men in a headlock. He displayed great strength. And you got to give it up for all three of these men. They put on a delight. What a wonderful match.
Absolutely.
And once again, Emergence, with all the innovation and all the creativity, it's been such a wonderful privilege for me as a guy who usually sits in the back to be able to sit out here and call this action with you, Scott.
Absolutely. This is definitely a lot of fun, and we've got more to come.
Vinny B might be dead. Oh my! You gotta think the neck strength of Mathias Glass here. Vinny B. Oh my God.
Mathias helping the ref up to his feet.
I tell you what, at the end of Emergence, we might remember the hardest hit of the night was Vinny B getting hit upside the head with a huge hat.
With Mathias Glass's hat.
And you know, give it up. Look at
Prince looks like.
Look at your shoes. Are you
now this is.
I don't think you need that to wrestle, Mathias. But do you?
I don't.
I believe in you.
I mean, I don't. Definitely different religious aspects in this match. You never know what's going to happen in a four-way. Now, I feel like I think they're claiming something about his shoes.
I believe they're telling the ref to watch out for the hook.
It's like they're going.
Prince Akkanatan saying, no thank you, I am a prince and I don't need this. You guys can fight.
Well, you know, this is great. You gotta like this. All three of these men in the ring fan favors. Prince Akkanatan not doing himself any favors by making himself the unliked person here. Oh, and hard way.
They tricked him into it.
That's a hard way. Oh, and a shot. And a shot. Now they're ringing around the rosy with him here.
This is the worst merry-go-round I've ever seen. Especially bad for Prince Akkanatan. Hair back out. Oh, here we go.
You gotta love that. Innovative offense there. Mathias Glass and up. You know, once again, all these men want to score this victory pinfall. Mikey Pacifica playing off Lukas.
Hold on.
Uh-oh, hat's going on.
Hat's on.
Oh my God!
Oh!
I mean, yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't that be a disqualification? And then I realized it's a fatal four-way.
It's a fatal four-way. There are no disqualifications.
And is that a headlock of the hatch?
A hat lock?
A hat lock! He's got him in a hat lock, ladies and gentlemen.
Finnegan's got the headlock applied.
It's a hat lock. And now, Prince Akkanatan back. Oh boy.
Oh, right in the mouth of Prince Akkanatan.
Oh, are they going to use him as a...
Oh boy.
They're going to use him as a battering.
Oh!
And I think they're going to do it again.
Oh!
Prince thought he had him outsmarted, but oh no, nay.
The most unconventional offense I've ever seen.
Mikey Pacifica trying to score one early. I don't know if that's going to work on him.
Oh!
And Finnegan now trying to score one. Oh, maybe not.
One more time! Yes, do it one more time! Okay!
Oh!
I tell you, that's not a good... Oh, Mack. Lukas, my man, you're in trouble. Oh, wow. I mean, I try to call the action here, but I feel like the action speaks for itself, ladies and gentlemen.
There are no words.
It would appear as if Prince Akkanatan's foot is stuck somewhere in Lukas Finnegan's nether regions.
Under the kill.
Finally, Lukas Finnegan gets some relief for his trouble, but
It looks like the hook is broken.
I think there's some preparation H in his future.
Definitely. It looks like the hook is broken.
Oh, and once again, utilizing the singlet here with a chokehold. Oh, wow! That's a lot of Mathias Glass going flying into you, I tell you what.
I try to call the action. I have no words.
It's very tough.
For exactly what's happening here
Now
right now.
Mathias is utilizing Prince as a battering ram.
Oh!
From his neck, Ladies and gentlemen, this is unlike anything I've ever seen in a wrestling ring before.
I said something before about sleeper match of the night. This may be sleeper match of the night.
Now, just in
My
case,
God.
in case you missed it, we've seen a foot in Lukas Finnegan's nether regions, a hat that almost decapitated Vinny B, and now a huge spin from Mathias Glass.
I believe he calls that the dreidel spin.
That sounds about right.
Or the dreidel drop.
Well, you know what they say, mazel tov.
Yes, indeed.
And now, clutch variation there by Akkanatan.
Akkanatan.
Oh! Boy, that's gonna
hurt tomorrow.
That's gonna not feel great.
Gonna kick out from the veteran in this match.
Glass going,
Glass looked like he was
down
going.
Mikey Pacifica, and fish! And that's it in a nutshell. Lukas Finnegan, I've never seen him pull off the fish before. And boy howdy.
It looked like Mathias Glass was going for the chosen people's elbow, got pulled out of the ring by Mikey Pacifica, and then Finnegan picked up the victory.
Big time win for Lukas Finnegan. Much needed as well.
Absolutely.
And finally we've seen the fish landed. What a great entertaining match from all these men.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, this has been quite the show thus far, Scott Security.
Absolutely. And you know what? We got more coming. We have a big one coming up. And who knows what's going to happen in that match.
Main event coming up. This is an interesting match for the two of these guys. Usually they can go into a match suspecting that they would be the bigger man. However, in a match like this, both of these men are bigger guys, stronger guys, and you gotta wonder how they're gonna utilize their strengths in this match. I wouldn't call speed a strength for either one of these men. However, you gotta think one of them is gonna have to utilize it to win this match.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be a grind
And
here.
collar and elbow broken up, neither man getting leverage.
There's going to be a lot of feeling out here. This is that type of match. A lot of feeling out. You want to get to know your opponent.
You guys just want to see us punch each other in the face?
Steve Mack might think I'm wrong.
You guys want to see us fight?
Well, as soon as I guess I spoke too soon, Scott.
And there we go!
We're not going to see any wrestling here tonight. We're going to see two men slug each other. Whoa, right hands, right forearm. We know both of these men can take a pounding, Scott.
Absolutely, and back and forth they go. And there goes Cannonball.
Taking the lead here. Oh, wow. Two mighty Goliaths trying to take the other down, like chopping a big redwood in the forest here.
Back and forth with the shoulder blocks.
Whoever a clothesline
line.
there. Clothesline. Holy cow!
Cannonball is the better in that.
The torque on that shoulder tackle, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Cannonball coming at him as if he was shot out of a cannon. Getting that boot up is Steve Mack here. Gonna
What's
fly.
Mack thinking?
What I tell you
Oh
what,
my God!
If you just Steve Mack doing maneuvers that some of the finest luchadors can't do.
Steve Mack Hurricane.
Oh my
God!
out in front of us here. Steve Mack really pulling out all the stops. And that's what you got to do in a match against a man like Jeff Cannonball.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely what you have to do. The noted cruiserweight, Steve Mack, ladies and gentlemen.
Mack talking the ref into a little bit of a relaxed rules situation
And
here.
here's the true statement. The best top rope hurricane run I ever seen anybody hit was Steve Mack. And a matter of fact, I believe he did it to Jeff Cannonball a few years ago.
I believe it.
And of course, it was only a matter of time until this match spilled to the outside.
Absolutely. Mack can hang with the best of them. Cruiserweight, heavyweight, super heavyweight, doesn't matter.
Jeff Cannonball just the same, Oh, wow! Welcome to UWA Emergence, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't want to get wet, stay out of the wrestling area. Am I right, Scott?
Which is essentially the entire venue right now.
That's
so maybe
the
we
whole
shouldn't
venue.
Maybe we shouldn't be telling people things like
Don't
that.
leave, stay, but grab a raincoat.
Exactly, that's better.
Oh wow, these two men really slugging it out here on the outside. These two Goliaths amongst men.
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Utilizing our stairs here.
Right on the forehead.
SP Anderson imploring our two wrestlers here to get it back in the ring.
SP Anderson trying to regain some semblance of control.
Jeff Cannonball offering the cheek to Steve Mack saying, hey, give me a shot, big guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look, he's right back at him saying, give me a shot. Oh boy. Big
what a
time
headbutt.
This is one of those rare occurrences where Steve Mack might have the disadvantage in terms of short, close strikes.
Wait.
Jeff Cannonball, I don't know about this. I've never really seen
Say
Jeff
a little
Cannonball
prayer.
fly.
Cannonball off the ropes.
Trust fall! Jeff Cannonball not one to leave his feet, but one to fall.
Absolutely, and Cannonball taking out Mack right there with the trust fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, if you're here in the venue tonight, you are absolutely getting your money's worth in terms of entertainment, in terms of having a good time, in terms of some knockdown, beat up wrestling styles.
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
Finally, they're gonna get back
now
in the
they're
ring
back
here.
into the ring.
And I feel like this is advantage Steve Mack here. Inside the ring, I think advantage Steve Mack.
It could be. Oh, could have spoken too soon.
Utilizing those ropes. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to win a match. I might make a few excuses for Steve Mack because I idolize him so.
Right.
But you gotta think he was looking for that splash there. And he utilized that splash to finish me off at Christmas Chaos 2012. Or 13. Wow, the strength here. Look at this.
Oh! The Annihilation Time neckbreaker from Jeff Cannonball.
Jeff Cannonball's pulling out all the stops here. Haven't seen him hit that one in a...
Cannonball!
Oh, boy, I tell you, that is not friendly.
That is not friendly at all.
Not something you'd want to take to a victim.
Right now.
This could do it here.
These two aren't here to be friends. They're here to beat each other.
Absolutely, and you gotta say, Steve Mack getting into a bit of trouble here with Jeff Cannonball. I gotta say, these two men very evenly matched, but I was giving the advantage to Steve Mack at the beginning of the match, but I gotta say, Jeff Cannonball has controlled a good portion of this match here, Scott.
Absolutely, absolutely. And no one should be surprised. Cannonball has made a name for himself.
Cannonball, I tell you what.
All over the country.
Cannonball, one of the hardest, toughest men to beat. Jeff Cannonball going for another cannonball here, and oh my gosh.
That's 3.
That was a lot of booty up in the face of Steve Mack right there. Look at that, just sitting on him.
Are we gonna get all 4 corners?
You gotta think.
Are we gonna go around the world?
You might think that's a bit of an unorthodox pin, but making Steve Mack utilize all of his strength to just get up
out
off
of that move.
of the, I have to assume, 300 pounds-ish
Give or
of
take.
Jeff Cannonball, give or take
absolutely.
here or there. It's no easy task. Oh! Steve Mack, maybe that veteran boy. I mean, both these men are veterans. Steve Mack been doing it a lot longer than Jeff Cannonball. Maybe playing a little possum there. Maybe goading Jeff Cannonball into that 3rd cannonball there.
Absolutely.
And we're back to square one here.
Both men down. The refs count of 5.
I think this is where Mack has to go to his trusted source. I'm thinking you got to be thinking clothesline from Compton right now.
It could be. It could be.
All right, we're gonna battle off though. I'm telling you, that's what I'm thinking next here.
We're gonna have us a good old-fashioned standing-up bar fight.
Slugfest, forearms, right hand, left hand, right forearm, left
for the
hand.
ride.
Oh
my God!
Cannonball showing the agility, but Steve Mack, a big man in his own right, thumping right on the chest, right on the heart.
Sat out with it. Cannonball able to get up before the
And
3
now
count.
just like that, like a tennis match, and deuce, advantage, Mack. You know, it's going to go like that for the rest of this match. Advantage Mack, advantage Cannonball. They're going to just keep getting the deuce. Going for that slam there, no one home. Cannonball reverses. Oh! And that right to the heart there, that headbutt.
Looks like he was setting up, had a hammerlock in.
Oh!
Clothesline from Compton! 1,
And he's used that to finish Benny. Oh,
That's
wow!
it. Oh my goodness.
I thought Mack had it, and you could see in the surprise in Steve Mack's face, he thought he had it too.
Absolutely.
Steve Mack, gotta be thinking greetings from Brooklyn here.
He's got to be thinking something to put
Gotta
away
be looking to
Jeff
close
Cannonball.
Jeff Cannonball. I don't know about this strategy from Mack, trying to whip him off here. I think he's got to get out of dodge here and try to go for that finish. Here we go.
Oh! What a Samoan drop.
The sheer strength of Steve Mack is just unparalleled at times. Beautiful Samoan drop textbook.
Steve Mack and Cannonball going at it. Harder than I've seen any 2 men fight in a ring before.
This has got to be it. This is it right here. He's going to spin him out, going for it. Oh!
Kicks the hand
boot away. Is this the-
Oh! Pin drop!
That might have been the pin drop. That might do it here. And that will do it. Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen,
He is the last guy, Jeff Cannonball!
Jeff Cannonball proving he is, in fact, the last to die. Going toe-to-toe with Steve Monsta Mack and winning it. He's asking for the stick here. You got to think the UWA Emergence fans want to hear what Jeff Cannonball has to say.
absolutely, and it looks like Cannonball's calling for a
That is
microphone.
a huge win. That's a huge win on Emergence. It's a huge win on living on the edge. That's what a win.
What do you guys think of the first UWA Emergence, huh?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Let me tell a quick story, I'm going to keep it short. My first match in UWA, that ain't hurt, was me and Brandon Kirk versus this man, All Life Louie. They beat the crap out of us.
Absolutely. That's the match I was referencing earlier. Absolutely.
We would have had the first UWA Emergence with the same man, Monsta Mack, giving up.
You gotta love this show of respect here. These two giants.
Right, for people like Monsta Mack, there'd probably be no place for little overweight guys who happen to hit a little bit harder until you paved the way for us. You paved the way for guys like me, for Kobryn, and for everybody else in the back. And for that, I say thank you.
That's absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, I will not hide the fact that I am a huge Steve Mack supporter.
Absolutely. Myself as well.
Is it on? No, it is. Oh man, it hurts for real. I just want to say thank you not only to Jeff Cannonball, because he's a guy that's taken over the indies out of the Northeast. He's wrestling everywhere 20 different times every weekend. And because of guys like him, some of the guys in the back, that this business is going to do great. I just want 2 things and then I'm out, I swear. First thing, I want to thank UWA. Not just UWA Emergence, but UWA Elite, because if it's not for them taking a chance on me and Low Life 3 a few years ago, who knows, I probably would have been home, retired, a fat old man. Now I'm just a fat old man. Who's gonna The other thing, I know they won't mind me saying this, but next month, July 1st, Jersey All-Pro Wrestling, my home fed, is going to be here for an episode taping of Worldwide. Something that we used to do back in the day. We kind of got famous for it.
Really
Now we're bringing it back.
here in the UWA.
So we're going to do a doubleheader with UWA July 1st. We'll be on at 3 o'clock. You can buy tickets over at the door for $10 today or the day of the show for $15. To be honest, I'll pay the 10 now. I'm just saying, that's just me. But I just want to thank you
Consummate
guys.
professional.
Every single one of you. Thank
Always
you
putting over the show.
for coming and supporting. You can be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're right here. And you know why. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Have a great day. I hope you're here for the next one as well. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, wonderfully kind words from a wonderfully kind man who has done a great deal for me in my wrestling career, as well as countless others. The legendary, the immortal Steve Mack, with some wonderful words here on this groundbreaking, historical event, UWA Elite Emergence, Scotty.
Chapter 1. That'll wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm Scott Trinity.
And I am Sean Damage McNellis, the hardest working man in UWA Elite.
And we will catch you at the next one.